Hello friends, welcome to the class. Today the topic of the class is Engel Collat Blackwell model of consumer behavior. The Engel Collat Blackwell model of consumer behavior was developed in the year 1968 by J.F. Engel, D.T. Collat and R.D. Blackwell. The name of the model comes from the names of its creators. The model is also called EKB model as the acronym of Engel, Collat and Blackwell. The model explains the various components of consumer decision making and the relationships and interactions among them. This model of consumer behavior consists of 6 distinct sets of variables. They are information input, information processing, decision process stages, product brand evaluation, general motivating influences, and internalized environmental influences. We can have a quick look at this. The first one is information input. At this stage, the consumer gets information from marketing and non-marketing sources. This can be considered as the marketing stimuli. The second stage is the processing stage. This is called information processing. This set consists of variables such as consumer's exposure, attention, reception, experiences, memory, etc. In the model, this stage is considered as an area where the first level of information processing is taking place. Next is the decision process stage. This is similar to the general decision making steps of consumers, consisting of problem recognition, information search, evaluation of alternatives, selecting the best choice, and the outcome in the form of purchase. These steps are familiar to us because we have already studied these variables under consumer decision making process. The same variables are seen under this stage of the model also. The fourth set of variables are termed as product brand evaluation. This set includes variables such as evaluation criteria, beliefs, attitudes, and intention. This is the choice criteria of the consumer. This can be considered as the highly personalized preferences of consumer, which would affect the final selection. The next set of variables are general motivating influences. As the title indicates, these are the variables which have high influence on the purpose of the purchase. These may be considered as the reasons or influencing factors behind the purchase. Motives, personality, lifestyle, and social norms are the variables here. These variables have some influential role in deciding the evaluation criteria. The fourth and fifth sets of variables, such as product brand evaluation and general motivating influences, are the internal factors which influence the decision process. Therefore, these two sets of variables can be together called decision process variables. Out of these, the product brand evaluation variables are purely personal factors of the consumer. The general motivating factors are the social motivating factors which are directly affecting the consumer decision making. These variables are aroused due to the social life of consumer. The last set of variables are the external factors which have indirect influences on the decision process. In the model, these are called internalized environmental influences. These variables influence the decision making process from outside and has a strong influence on the consumer. Culture, values, family, reference groups, and other situational circumstances are the variables here. Okay, you might have got some initial ideas about different sets of variables in the model. Now we can see in detail how the model works. Before explaining the different stages in the model, it is better to revise the consumer decision making process that we have already discussed in previous classes. You may remember the various stages of consumer decision making, such as problem recognition, information search, evaluation of alternatives, selecting the most suitable choice, and the final purchase of the product. These decision making steps have been effectively used in this EKB model, and it is the core area of the model also. We can see these steps in the middle of the diagram as the third stage of the model. The steps and variables on left and right sides of this can be taken as the supporting variables or influencing variables, or in other words, these may be taken as the facilitating factors which make the consumer decision making process functioning. We can start with the decision process stage. Unlike other models, here we are starting from the middle of the diagram. The first step in the decision making process is the problem recognition. We know that in the problem recognition stage, the consumer recognizes that he lacks something and therefore he is in need of something. This may occur on account of internal and external stimuli. Usually, when such need arises, he looks for products to satisfy it. He wants to get to them. Thus, he searches for such products, and this is how he turns to the products offered by the marketers. This is how he is exposed to the advertisements and other marketing stimuli. When we look at the diagrammatic representation of the model, next to problem recognition, we can see the search. This search is the information search. You can see one more search in the first column of the model also. Here it is given as a part of the first stage of the model. Both these searches can be considered similar. The search leads the consumer towards various information input. Various sources of information inputs are seen in the first column. We can see variables mass, personal, general, marketer dominated, etc. These include personal and non-personal sources of information. It may be commercial sources such as advertisements, public relations, and other marketing strategies. Some other non-commercial sources such as friends, relatives, reference groups, etc. may also be the information input. Thus, the consumer who engages into the search establishes the connection with the information sources. This is called the exposure. You can see the term exposure in the second stage of the model. We know that the consumer is exposed to many stimuli from various commercial and non-commercial sources. However, all these may not catch the attention of the consumer. The consumer attends only to those stimuli which he considers useful to satisfy his needs. Technically speaking, the consumer is exposed to all information inputs, but he attends only some of these and receives only few for further processing. From the diagram, it is very clear that the reception and processing is taking place in the mind of the consumer on the basis of information kept in the memory. We know that the memory is the storehouse of information which is formed out of learning and experiences. It is to be noted that in the second stage of the model, only a primary level information processing is taking place. This can be considered as the result of the quick processing of information stimuli. and it is purely based on how the consumer is exposed to the stimuli, how much attention he could pay on it, and how does he perceive the product features and utility based on his own previous information and experiences. The next process is the alternative evaluation. This is to evaluate the comparative utilities of these products so as to find the most suitable one. This is somewhat more logical and rational process. This stage is called evaluation of alternatives. The methods used for evaluation would depend on the consumer's underlying goals, attitudes, motives, and personality. In addition to this, a number of external factors also may affect the process. According to EKB model, this evaluation process is a complex one as it is affected by both internal and external factors. In the model, the internal factors affecting the evaluation process are given under two sets of variables. The variables under product brand evaluation and general motivating influences are considered the internal variables which affect the evaluation of alternatives. Look at the variables under product brand evaluation. On the top there is evaluation criteria, then beliefs, attitude and intention. Among these, the evaluation criteria are formed out of the interplay of the variables seen under the next two sets. This means that the evaluation criteria are the function of general motivating influences and internalized environmental influences. The variables seen under the evaluation criteria, beliefs, attitudes, intention, etc. can be considered as the specific factors which have direct influence in the evaluation process. These are more related to the personal beliefs and attitudes of the consumer. The consumer may have certain predetermined beliefs about various brands in terms of the characteristics associated with them. For example, some people believe that organic vegetables are better to keep a healthy body. Such people would buy organic vegetables even though it is high priced. Some people believe that Ayurvedic medicines have no side effects and therefore they opt such medicines when they are in need of medical treatment. These all are personal beliefs and such beliefs influence the product evaluation process directly. Attitude is the other personal factor which has high influence on determining the product choice. For example, what is the attitude of youth towards bikes and cars? If they are asked to select one, which one would they select? It is the attitude of an individual which affects such buying decision. Another aspect is intention. Intention is the basic purpose of buying the product. If a young man is asked to select a suitable vehicle to travel to college, he may select a bike. But if the vehicle is meant for traveling along with aged parents, the selection would be in favor of car. That means the intention of the consumer is very much important in the choice of a product. The model says that in addition to these personalized variables, some general variables also influence the product brand evaluation criteria. Such variables are called general motivating influences. Motives, personality, lifestyle, normative compliances, etc. are the variables coming under this category. We have already studied how the motive, personality and lifestyle affect consumer buying decisions. We can see how the normative compliance affect the criteria. The consumers as social beings are required to follow certain norms and policies of the society. Therefore, the attempts of the consumer to comply with these norms may have impact on product choice. Normative compliance relates to the extent at which the consumer is influenced by the norms put forward by the society and other people like friends, family members, etc. In addition to this, certain external variables such as culture, values, reference groups, family, anticipated circumstances, etc. are also affecting consumer decision making process. In the model, these variables are included under the head internalized environmental influences. All these variables are directly or indirectly influencing the evaluation criteria as well as product choice. Okay, we would see that the evaluation criteria of the product are determined by various direct and indirect factors in and around the consumer. These criteria are used for evaluating the alternatives. After evaluation of alternatives, the consumer makes a choice. The EKB model says that in addition to these factors, certain anticipated and unanticipated circumstances may also affect the purchase intention. The anticipated circumstances are the expected future situations which prompts the consumer to make purchases. It may be an expected rise in the price of the product or anticipated increase in the income. We have studied the relevance of anticipated prices and incomes on the demand for the products. In economic theories, it is seen that when a consumer expects a rise in price in near future, he may buy more products now itself. Certain unanticipated circumstances may also affect the purchase intention. Unexpected hike in the price, financial problems, personal and social issues, etc. may be the unexpected factors which may affect the consumer purchase actions. Okay, now the consumer reaches to purchase action. The model doesn't end here. One of the main features of the EKB model is that it explains the post-purchase situations also. This is the outcome of the purchase. It may be positive or negative. As mentioned in the Nicosia model, when the consumer gets a satisfaction out of the product, it acts as a feedback and the pleasant experience is added to the memory. This memory would help the consumer in creating a positive attitude towards the products while processing future purchase decisions. The reverse effect would be there in times of dissatisfaction. Okay, this is the EKB model. We could see the stages and variables mentioned in the model and also could see how these variables affect consumer decision making process. When we make an overall assessment of the model, we can realize that the central focus of the model is on the 5 basic decision process stage: problem recognition, search for alternatives, alternative evaluation, choice of the product and outcome. The model opines that it is not necessary for every consumer to go through all these 5 stages. It depends on which type of buying behavior that the consumer goes through. Under Howard-Schultz model, we could see that there are 3 types of behaviors such as extensive problem solving, limited problem solving and routinized response behavior. Here in this model also such situations have high impact in deciding the stages of decision process. A consumer who is undergoing extensive problem solving may go through all the 5 stages of decision process. This is about high involvement purchases. The consumer decision making strategies under limited problem solving may not go through all these 5 stages. And as we all know, the consumer who takes habitual decisions may have only 1 or 2 steps in his decision making process. It can be seen that many of the elements of the model are similar to Howard-Schacht model of consumer behavior. However, there are some differences in the structure of presentation and the relationships among variables. The model, the EKB model, has tried to incorporate the influences of both internal and external factors in the decision-making process. For the purpose, a number of variables also have been considered. Therefore, we can consider this model as a comprehensive model of consumer behavior. However, the model has been criticized by many. It is argued that the EKB model lacks clarity in explaining the nature and process of influences of these variables. It is also argued that the model is silent about the influences of these variables on different types of personalities. Therefore, the EKB model is considered vague and complex. Some others argue that the validity of the model is questionable. However, irrespective of all criticisms, it is a fact that the EKB model was a very effective attempt to explain the consumer decision making process. Okay, we can have further discussions in the next class. Thank you.